and thank you for joining my channel. If you haven't subscribed, I hope that you will right now. And you can follow my up-and-coming videos. I plan on doing a lot of really cool stuff this year, so I would love to have you guys join me. So today, I am continuing my series of going through the zodiac signs. We're going to be talking about Libra and the shadow side. So Libra is ruled by Venus. Okay, this is another side. We also have Taurus ruled by Venus. Just like we have Gemini and Virgo ruled by Mercury, Taurus and Libra share Venus. Venus, we know, is a very loving, fun-loving, even, balanced, harmonious planet. Let's face it, the most beautiful of the zodiac are the Libras and the Tauruses. They're just beautiful. They're beautiful people. They usually have wonderful voices. They're very diplomatic. They're very easy to talk to. I actually have Mercury and Venus in Libra in my birth chart. I think Libra is also what tempers that intensity of the Virgo in my chart. Libra loves harmony. They really, really care about like things being balanced. Like right here in my shirt that I'm looking at, this is not balanced. It's bugging me. So you know what? It's coming off. There we go. All right. So that's the thing. Everything has to be balanced. Everything has to be balanced. And when I walk into a room, if the emotions are erratic or the moods are off or the house is off, it's like I've got to start correcting everything. Is everybody okay? What's the matter? Get everybody back to balanced and harmonious. It's like we spend our whole lives trying to balance everything out. I was going to mention, like I've mentioned in the other videos, if you've never had your birth chart done or you don't know, where your planets are, we're talking about the sun sign in Libra today, but this also will apply to those of you with an ascendant, moon, Venus, Mercury, Mars, and Libra. You can go on the link below. I'm going to put down there for you, Cafe Astrology, and put in your information. It'll give you a basic layout with some description. And you can start there, but if you want a more detailed reading and explaining this, how it specifically applies to you and how it plays out in your life, you can book a reading with me or find out more about it on cowgirlsastrologer.com. Okay, so getting that out of the way, let's talk about the Libra. Well, the Libra, the beautiful side of the Libra is they are the mediators. They are the ones we all go to give us a fair view. And you know what I love about Libras? They'll listen to you. And even if they're placating you, you think that they just are listening to everything you're saying and just believe everything you're saying. And it makes you feel so good because they just go, yeah, oh. And, they're just there for you. And they're really laid back, and they'll let you talk, and they listen, and there's this balancing things out in their mind. The problem is, okay, they'll go to the next person and give them the same thing, and they might talk about you while they're over there. They have a hard time sticking up for you because they don't want to ruffle the feathers of the other person. So if you have a triangle in a friendship, a lot of times, you'll think that Libra friend is totally on your side and totally understands. Oh, yeah, I totally understand what you're feeling. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Mm-hmm. And then, they might go to the next person. Oh, can you believe? I know. I don't know why she thinks that. Or, you're right. Yeah, I really understand how you feel about it. And I'm not even saying that's bad. I'm just saying they have a hard time, that Libra energy has a hard time taking a stand one way or another for anything. And that's what gets them into trouble and kind of living that mediocre life of never really grasping all that they can be. It's a lot of indecision. And, I myself have spent a lot of time, the pros, the cons, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I. And it's almost like we have to wait until we get this last minute, we have no choice to make these decisions. So that's some of the everyday difficulties the Libra goes through with the shadow side when these energies get out of balance. I think that they can also turn very, very passive aggressive. Passive aggressive is a huge trait because they a lot of times have such a hard time speaking their voice, even though they are many times the lawyers and the judges and people behind the scenes helping other people balance things out. They can have such a fear of looking bad and wanting to be liked so much that they don't speak their voice, and they will adopt somebody else's point of view just to make it easier. And what ends up happening is because they don't speak up, they build resentments that they can't speak up. So the internal dialogue begins to become of little ways of trying to say how you feel through little actions and little slights and, oops, should have thought of that, I guess. I'm not going to do that again, and they suddenly don't have compassion. They can wait for the right time to say the perfect words, and they'll say the perfect words because they're very thought out. So, making sure that if you're in a relationship with a Libra, that you aren't overriding them and overpowering them where they lose their voice, because they will hold a resentment and they will pull a passive aggressive campaign, and you don't want that. I'm really good at that myself, so I know that I've done that in my past because I lost my voice, and then you just start waiting for people to learn their own lessons around you, and when they do, you act real innocent and just go, oh, what happened? And it's passive aggressive. It's not compassionate, but it's up to you as a Libra to be able to speak your voice. And if you're in a situation where you've lost your voice and you're very codependent, Libras can be very codependent. They do attract, addictive personalities because you guys will believe in the ideal, believe in they'll get better, believe that everything will work out. If only you could just help them, you'll fill in for them, and they'll take advantage of you. So you have to be very protective, and you have to be very careful that you are in a nurturing, balanced relationship. Libras have a way of, you don't want to get into debate with a Libra. I mean, if you're going to argue with a Libra, they may not speak up about how they feel about something, but if you push them up into a corner on a debate, on a subject, or even maybe attack them and give them one of those, didn't think of me here, and you didn't do this, and you always do that. Libra's perfect answer will be, I always do that. And the next thing you know, you'll be arguing about the word always, and the problem won't be there. Libras are very quick. That's why they're such good lawyers, because they catch those little key words and they will hold you to them. They're very good wordsmiths, and they're very good at knowing, every little detail. There's a perfectionistic side of them as well. I mean, these energies cross through the signs. So, they're very good writers, excellent writers. And I love reading work that Libras have written because they give you both sides of it. And that works really well with my mind. I like to write like that too, not so dogmatic, where Venus and Taurus is much more fixed. Excuse me, my leg's under my chair. It's falling asleep. Some of our famous Libras, let's take a look, are Jesse Jackson, Barbara Walters, and Simon Cowell. You wouldn't think Simon Cowell, but then at the same time, he tells it like it is, but he gives both sides of things. And, he's very clear about what he wants. He's very charming. Libras are very charming, and they're very flirtatious, and they're very funny. They're just fun to be around. They're easy to be around. I actually love Libras. Most of my relationships, every one of them, since I have Venus in Libra, I'm attracted to Libras, have a lot of Libra in their chart, because they work good together as a team. When things are balanced and things are working, nobody works better than a group of Libras together. That sounded like a rhyme. So that's a really good thing. The biggest thing that I see for you guys, really honestly, is losing your voice, not being able to speak up, having people mow you over. Being a Libra, that would put Aries in your seventh house. And if you think about it, Aries, the Aries loves the Libra. And Libra really loves the Aries because they make quick, impulsive decisions. They're not thinking about things forever. So it's like that's the opposite side. And the Aries loves the Libra woman or Libra man because they are constantly balancing things out for the Aries. But on the shadow side of this, if the Aries gets too controlling and the Libra gets too passive, then you have this brewing, this opposites going on that get really destructive. So you will attract very strong, dominant people in your life. A lot of fire signs. You'll attract that energy and you'll be kind of like a magnet because you're so easygoing. And people with very strong ideas and strong personalities need to be around easygoing people. Otherwise, you put all these strong people together in one room, they're going to kill each other. So the Libra is just the perfect balance for everybody. Everybody loves the Libra. You blend well with everybody. But you cannot lose yourself. You have so many talents. You're so intelligent. You're so beautiful. You're so creative. And you have to be able to use that and not let people dominate you, overpower you, not lose your voice, or that can become destructive. This is another sign that deals with anxiety. And this is another side that you can deal with addictions, okay, to escape. Because, let's just face it, living in indecision can be very, very stifling. A lot of anxiety when you can't make a decision. You're afraid you're going to make the wrong decision. You're not. Just make a decision. I can tell you right now that a Libra, even in a wrong decision, has calculated that out, thought that out, that all it would take is a few adjustments to get right back on track. It's better to move, to start the car, to get the engine going, to make a decision than to sit idling. Because in that idle position, time's ticking. Life is going by, and you don't want to get passed up. You don't want to look back at your life and say, I've spent all of these years, just trying to make everybody else happy, trying to develop these friendships because you're afraid to be alone. That is one of the biggest fears of a Libra, is being alone, because you're a partnership sign. You have that Venus energy in you that, nobody wants and loves being in a relationship more than a Libra. It's the ideal picture. That's the other difficult side of this, is the idealism. Libras are very known for idealism. It's kind of like, I'm painting this picture, and this is how this perfect balanced picture is supposed to be. The dad, the mom, the dog, the cat, the two kids, the two cars, everything, every place, and you can get these perfect pictures in your mind of partnerships and relationships, and then project them on to people. And when that happens, when they don't fulfill that incredible ideal picture, which nobody can fulfill, it's not realistic, that's why it's idealistic, it's an ideal. And then a lot of times that Libra can, again, get out of balance, be disappointed, just fall into a life of indecision and not caring. And we don't want that to happen to you. You guys are too awesome. You have too much to offer. And you are a beautiful partner to someone. And you just want to make sure that that partner is respecting you, allowing you your voice, coming to you, because you guys are so wise. You know how to solve all the problems if people would just listen. And you know how to bring both positions to the table and work things out in a real practical way. We need more of that. So these are just some things to look at. If you're struggling, if you're found yourself in this cycle of indecision or in these patterns of codependency, give me a call, send me an email, and book a reading with me, and I'll help you navigate through those energies and look at your whole birth chart. Let's see all the energies you have to offer and to work with. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, you guys. And you can find me at cowgirlastrologer.com. Thanks.